tournaments you can join and spectate if you get bored of FIFA. Oh, 1 minute to go then. Premier League round 4 in Spain. We've got 18 of our usual drivers tonight. Cowie made it in with literally a second before we got to 25 past, and then, well, Dan Murphy did turn up a minute late, but Bradfield was ready in reserve, and he's very kindly let Dan have that seat back. Anyway, the 2 reserves we got tonight, we've got Sam Swift, who's been really on top in League One, hasn't he? He's been reserving there, he's been fantastic. He's driving for Red Bull tonight in place of Knowlesy. And then we've got Konal, actually, forgot to mention Konal's at Alpha Tauri seat full time, partnering Dan Murphy. The other reserve we've got in tonight is Sweet MJP, who was unlucky in League One, wasn't he, yesterday? Got a puncture on those soft tyres early on. Anyway, it's now 7:30, so we are ready to go. Cars were now ready up. Clicked off spectate there for a minute. I just had to check everything was on. Nearly got into the session of the drive. Oh, I wouldn't have been anyway because the lobby's full. Anyway, going to the comments. Even to young Tommy, even to Tango, he's just been watching the United game. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? To be fair, I was watching most of it as well. It's good timing when the 5:31 finishes just as this starts. Even to Dylan, even to Haywire. Menace Max in the comments. Chazza switching to manual gears for this race. Oh dear, watch out for Chazza falling down the back then. Anyway, the last couple of weeks, Chaz has had some great races, hasn't he? And we got Konal in the comments as well, making his debut tonight. And the clouds. It's not as sunny as it was yesterday. We still had no rain. This is the 12th race of the season now in all 3 leagues. Not had a drop of rain, have we, at all? Although it is looking pretty dark, so we might possibly have some rain to come, possibly in this qualifying session or in the race. Hopefully one of the drivers in the comments can tell us. They'll probably just end up mugging us off anyway, so I wouldn't listen to them much. We'll just have to see how it goes. Obviously over this glitch we're about 40 seconds ahead, so they won't be until the session until about now. Tango saying already an error. Oh, he's already got an error. I think he's got about 7 or 8 invites anyway. Whilst there's not much going on, whilst the cars are still getting the session, we'll get him a couple more invites just to top him up. You going on Rivals, Justin? Do a couple of games on that. Try and win a game in Division 10. See if you can do it. Right, another couple of invites there for Tango. We have got cars on the track. There we go. Chazza is the first one out. Let's have a watch of him then on manual gears. Championship last night was a fantastic race. We had a bit of a smack up at the start. It turned out to be young Tommy. He was just ghosting through everyone. Nothing he could do about it. But it took Cal Cohen out, unfortunately. We had McKenny. He hit it on the curb, didn't he? In a bobbly curb coming out of sector 2 into sector 3 and went flying into the wall. And Bradfield lost it as well due to a wheel error, I think it was. But just as well he's not racing tonight then. Anyway, Tango saying the weather is dry again. So there we go. Formula Moment saying, come on, Sean, serious, get some good points from Mercedes. Yeah, absolutely. I need some points. And of course, I've got to remind you as well, Nunda has got a full quali ban due to the incident last week. It was lagging quite a bit, but he completely wiped Farf out. And then Nightwing as well, he's got a Q2 ban for an incident last week with Dan Murphy, I believe it was. There's only a tiny little tap, but again, it was just a bit of impatience there, and it did ruin Dan Murphy's race. So Nightwing and Nunda both going to be serving bans today. So Nightwing will start 15th at best. Nunda will be starting last. Not retired his car yet though, so maybe he's just... Oh, there we go. He's literally just done it as we talk about it. I think Chaz has just started his lap. Yeah, he has. We'll go through on board with him for his lap. Clips this, you want to avoid the curb on the left unless you go almost 4 wheels off it like that. With Chazza, that's absolutely fine. Yes, if you just clip that curb though, it can send you flying. And we saw an incident here, didn't we? Sloughing qualifying. He lost it here, didn't he? I think he just dipped it into the... Oh, dipped it in the grass just like that, and that sent Chazza flying, and Chazza's lucky not to lose his wheel. It's exactly what happened to Slough yesterday. We were just saying what happened with him, and Chazza does the exact same thing, and Chazza, he's lucky there. He didn't lose a wheel, and he's still in the session. Jay Story's going to overtake him, and he's next on the lap, and then Chazza's teammate of Rick Dalton's not far behind. Will Chazza think about going back to automatic already then? Oh, well, that's going to be invalidation with Jay Story. It's absolute, if I may say, bullshit. Because he doesn't go 4 wheels off at all there. That's the worst. Oh, Rick Dalton sliding it. We saw Jake Lestaire end up upside down, didn't he? Didn't we on that side yesterday? Yeah. That corner, Jay Story invalidated. Rubbish. You don't even go 4 wheels off. That's where Kenty lost it. Went up that curb, went flying into that wall there. These little yellow curbs, you really got to avoid them and send the car flying up in the air, can't it? And Rick Dalton's doing really well to avoid them, with keeping good pace and good traction there as well. Let the sweat fest begin, saying serious mushroom as Rick Dalton crosses the line. It's a 1:14.9, only just, but it's the fastest time all weekend we've seen, as you would imagine. First time in the 1:14s then. Chaz is going to be next, of course. He's going to be coming to the pit, so Jay Story I think saved up and he's going for another lap. Next up is going to be the McLaren. There's only one McLaren, of course, because Nunda's got a quali ban. Tango's coming across the line to start his lap. FIFA bit, it's not beefy, it's Crooksy. Let's see what Crooksy can do. Can he go quicker than Rick Dalton? It'll be close, I think. He's 5 tenths off, in fact, 6 tenths even. So Crooksy a bit off the pace at the moment. He had a good race last week though. Sam Swift's going to be next to see what time he can do. It's a 1:16.1, solid time there. I'm sure he'll soon realise the pace of this league as well. He is much faster than League One. Sean slots in just ahead of Sam there as well. I think Marcy's going to be next to set a lap then. He picked up his first points in Bahrain last week with the safety car at the end helping him. Let's see what he can do now. Marcy crosses the line as a 1:16.0 and he's quicker than Sean and quicker than Sam. It's a really, really good lap there from Marcy. Really good effort. Nightwing's out on the track as well. He's going to be going next. Rick Dalton, yeah, he's got to move out of the way. Jay Story low, he does manage to avoid him, and McLaren as well. Next across the line is going to be Mushroom just to start a lap though. Not sure we've actually got anyone laps. Oh yeah, Jay Story is of course, he's going to be next. And we've got Tango and Nightwing who are still through sector 1. Oh no, Tango's actually just behind, isn't he? Yeah. See what time Jay Story can do. He's yet to get any points yet. He survived last season. He got some points towards the end of the season, which really helped him. DRS is open. He crosses the line, and it's only 1:17.3 then. He's going to need quicker than that, and Tango goes up to P3 of 1:15.6. Good lap there from Tango. Yeah, Chaz and Rick back in the pits. Next up is going to be, I think that's Crooksy on in that. It is, yeah. Mercedes then, Serious Mushroom. It's not Serious Mushroom, that's Sean. I think Sean's going again. Has he gone for back-to-back laps? He has, and he jumps ahead of Mask into P4, into the 1:15s, and I think that is, yeah, nearly exactly a second slower than Rick Dalton. We've got the two Ferraris next. Marsky, who is, well, I think he's helped his teammate out on that lap, hasn't he? Oh, he couldn't have helped him too much though, because Nightwing's invalidated. Nightwing might do a practice race run in this session, obviously starting in 15th anyway. He might as well go for something, and next is going to be, I think that might be Siege. Is it Siege? No, it's not. Sweet MJP, who's going to be starting his first lap in the Premier League. Serious Mushroom's in sector 3 now. Quick look into the comments. Nightwing saying dry for the race at least, but cloudy for the whole of quali. Yeah, Dylan saying question is when rain falls this season, because it's been dry. Yeah, that's what we were saying. 12 races now we've had in this season across all 3 leagues, and not a single drop of rain. 16.3 for Serious Mushroom. He's slower than Sam. Next up's going to be Red Bull J Story. He does improve to 1:17.0, but still it's not going to be enough. Tango's going again, and he doesn't improve. I think he's just saving up on that lap, and he's going for it on this lap. Next up, Sully coming across the line to start his lap. We'll go on board with Sweet MJP. No, he won't. That's Siege about to come through actually. Cowie's on an out lap. Then we've got the Mercedes behind. I think that's Sean, and Sean is on in lap now, and it's the other Ferrari and Nightwing. So let's see if Nightwing's managed to get through without invalidate. Oh, he's not invalidated, but he's got a bit of oversteer there. Tries to correct it and went flying into the gravel. So another lap for Nightwing. with no success. I'm sure he's going to be coming to the pits now because those tyres look done. Oh, he's nearly losing it going to pits. He's got to cool those down, and he manages to do so just in time. Let's see what sort of time Sweet MJP can do then, quali. DRS is open, he crosses the line, and it's a 1:15.9. Sweet MJP's quicker than Sean. That's a really good lap there, looking really promising on his debut. We'll go on board with Konal now. He's about to start his lap on his full debut in the Premier League as well. Oh, still only got 9 times set as we hit the 10-minute mark. Oh, he's clipped by that curve there, Konal, but he's managed to survive it. Go on Dan and Konal from the AlphaTauri saying Dylan, yeah, of course Dylan racing for AlphaTauri in League 1. Didn't have the best races yesterday, but he'll be hoping that his team, and of course AlphaTauri in the Championship, Cal Cohen and Bradfield, only 2 points. I've just seen Sully go up to P4 then. We're on board with his mate Konal. Yeah, as we were saying, AlphaTauri only 2 points in the Championship, and Cal Cohen and Bradfield both DNF'd yesterday as well. So not looking too good for AlphaTauri, but will their new driver Konal bring them back to life, as we've just seen Cowie go up to P4 in the Alfa Romeo. Then next across the line is going to be Konal as he does his 49.5 as he comes out sector 2. Hits that curve where McKenty lost it in the race yesterday. Obviously in the race is a lot harder because he was on pretty high amount of fuel because it was towards the beginning of the race as well. Colder tyres too because we'd just had a safety car for the chaos at the start. He hits a bit of that yellow curb there. Oh, and he started to spin it a little bit there, Konal. He'll lose some time from doing that, but he crosses the line and is still a 1:15.9, which is a really good time. With that little bit of wheel spin that he had, he'd have lost a few tenths from that in the final turn, so he's got some serious pace there, Konal. Great effort. Definitely one to watch out for as Mushroom comes in the pits. Most cars are in the pits now, aren't they? I don't think anyone is actually on a lap. It's only the top 8. Well, out of the top 8 we've got 4 of them on the track. Siege went up to P2 by the way, so Siege up to P2, he's on an in lap, Cowie's on an in lap, and Konal's on an in lap too. So we've got absolutely nothing to watch. Gives us a chance to look through the comments and then go through the standings as well. Oh, of course Chazza, we missed out Chazza. Look, Chazza's just started the lap. Didn't see him because he's right down the bottom. Here we go, go on board with Chazza. Really pushing it to the limits, isn't he? Almost 4 wheels off everywhere. See if he can get as far as he did last time before he spun. Only Rick Dalton and 114s in so far, but of course Denzo, Nightwing, 2 of our pole sitters so far this season, haven't set laps yet. Chaz has been quick in quali too, and Rick's going out again. Chaz has managed to get further than he did last time at least. Good banker from Konal, yeah, absolutely. He's definitely got more time. Setup is bad with heavy traction zone, saying Nightwing. Rooting for Konal, saying Falling Moments as well. Good to see. We'll quickly take us through. The standings. Sorry, just reading the message. So we have got Denzo in the lead, the champion of season 1 with 66 points already after 3 races. He's won 2 races and finished 3rd in Vietnam. It's 36 to Sully, 35 to Siege. They're the top 3, of course. Big gap to Denzo. He could DNF and still be top of the standings after just 4 races. Anyway, Chazza, this is looking really quick from Chazza. It's a 1:15.2, puts him up to P2, exact same time as Siege. He obviously goes in front as he set his time later. Denzo's on out lap now as well, so we'll go on board with Denzo. Oh, no, that's not Denzo, sorry, I think that must be the other. Yeah, it's Cowie going for another lap, and Cowie goes up to P2, splits the racing point, and on his 3rd lap on those soft tyres, great effort there. Nightwing on out lap, about to start his lap too. And he is the only car on the lap, so we'll have a look at him. Yeah, Rick is 4th, Nightwing 5th, Chazza in 6th, and the cars yet to score points. Jay Story, Cowie, who finished 2nd last season, not had a great start of the season. Farf hasn't scored yet either. Of course, Konal hasn't as well because he's not raced yet. And then KD, who's not racing again tonight, is on -3 points due to, well, what should we say, penalties. And then Nunda's on -2 as well, despite scoring a point in the race last week. I'm quite sure we got 2 messages saying we're going live in the announcements, but oh well. Denzo's now on the lap anyway. Nightwing is the one we're on board with. Of course, Nightwing usually, though so far this season, the one of the drivers really going for pole position. It'll be disappointing not to be able to see that in Q3 today, because of course the Q2 ban for Nightwing. And he had a Q3 ban, I think it was last week he had a Q3 ban, yeah, and this week he's got a Q2 ban, so there's 2 weeks been robbed of that pole fight from Nightwing. He just needs to clean up the race so we can see it. We're going to see here a quality time. Look at that, 1:14.6, incredible time there from Nightwing. Such a pity we're not going to be able to see him batting it out in Q3. I've just seen a Williams cross the line. I think that's Sully coming across the line to start that. We've got plenty of action out on the track now. Serious push. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, and Nightwing has just took out Siege. And Siege, was that Siege? No, Siege has retired in the pits. It was a Williams. It was Sully. Sully had come across the line to start his lap. And as we were just saying about Nightwing, avoiding bans and avoiding penalties, he's just completely swept across the track and done something like that. I can tell you now, that's not looking good for him at all. I'm not going to speculate in the middle of a race, but I do not know what he was doing there, if he'd fallen asleep or what. I thought that was Siege for a minute there because it came up saying DNF, but he's retired in the pits because he set a good enough lap and we've got an Alfa Romeo. And is that... oh no, it's Denzo just going slowly. Denzo managed to set a lap and go up to P1, so it really put us off there. But Denzo's up to P1. What on earth happened? I really hope it's not giving Sully a grid penalty for that. Let's have a quick look in the instance. We've got a grid penalty for Nightwing. There we go. So Nightwing's got a grid penalty. He's going to be starting down in last anyway. There we go. It's just come up down the bottom there. That was absolutely shocking, that. And I'm glad Sully has not got a DNF from that. And I'm glad he obviously hasn't got a grid penalty himself because of it. Oh, unbelievable. So Konow's up in P11. He's going for another lap. We've got Serious Mushroom in 14th. He's about across the line to improve. He's up to P8. Good time for Serious Mushroom. His quality pace improved quite a lot lately. And we've got a yellow flag. And Crooksy. Oh, Crooksy's crashed coming into the pit lane. He's going to be starting down in 15th. We're going to go build the Alfa Romeo quickly. I think that's... oh, it's Denzo. Look. Oh, we can't see his car. Who's that Williams? I think that's Sully. Yeah, he just... what has he done there? What on earth has Crooksy done there? He's just crashed coming to pits. We will get to constructor standing soon, but it's all go here. What on earth is going on in this qualifying session? Crooksy, he's crashed it coming to pits. I don't know who. We saw someone do it yesterday as well. I can't remember who. But someone did it yesterday in qualifying too. It's not the best of pit lanes, but that was just banging into the wall. The car looked straight. Not sure what happened there, but Crooksy's going to be starting down in 15th. Actually, it'll be 14th once Nightwing has his grid penalty because he's going to be retiring in Q2. So yet again, we're going to see two cars going out. It was Adam, wasn't it? It was Adam yesterday. The same thing happened. Someone had a Q2 ban. It was Theo. And then Adam crashed out. So we're only going to have 3 cars going out in Q2. Anyway, we're still in Q1. Dan is in the pits. We know he likes to start from the back, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing that again. So Nunda and Dan are going to be out. Beefy's still in the pits. He is now coming out. Farfy's on a lap. He's about to finish that lap. Jay Story's the other car in the pits, and he's going to come out pretty soon, I'd imagine, and improve. There are still quite a lot of cars in the pits. Sean's definitely not safe, and he's sat in the pits in P12. Farf goes up to P9 and ahead of his teammate Sully. So both Williams looking good at the moment. And second lap on those tyres as well. Must have been validated on the first one. Adam's saying Crooksy just did an Adam. Yeah, so there we go. It definitely was Adam that did it yesterday. So not so good there for Crooksy. Not quite sure what went on. Anyway, Marvsy's going to be next to set his time. We'll have a look. Looks like negative points, saying Nunda. Yeah, well, we'll obviously have a look at it after. Dylan saying carnage has already happened before the race has started. Yeah, I know. Scared about this. And Marvsky goes up to P10, splits the Williams. Really good time there for Marvsky. Gets ahead of Sully. And up into P10. He's got a great chance of getting through here. Don't do what the other Ferrari did and just sit there, Marv. No, he's alright. There's nothing else behind. So Sean, yeah, Sean is now coming out. Konow's now going in. So Konow, of course, we're about 40 seconds behind, so he might have enough time. Those mechanics do take ages, though, to turn that car around. We know that. Sam Swift in 16th at the moment, then. Let's have a look, see what he can do. Oh, he's lost. Oh, he does lag. He's lagging quite a bit, isn't he? I think he did actually in League 1 yesterday as well. Yeah, he's on a lap here, Sam, and the next car across the line is going to be Denzo. He's going for another lap. He's probably just using the same set of tyres, isn't he? Yep, he is. So it already says they're on 1 lap. Red Bull. So yeah, Dan Murphy wants to start last. He's going to actually start in 18th because Nunda's got that quali ban. Nightwing going to have the grid penalty. Jay Story's on an outlap lane, so he's going to be going for it. In P17 at the moment, he needs to find quite a lot of time though, and so is his teammate Sam. Both Red Bull's not looking great at the moment. Sean's catching up to Sam, I think, as well. No, Sean is just on an outlap, so Sam's probably just gone past him It was because you failed to show up one race, so in Formula Moments. Yeah, that's because Nunda, he didn't show up one race. Or didn't vote, or something like that. That's what he's got the minus points for anyway. Sam went up to P10, and just ahead of Marv's in the pits, Sully's in the pits, Conal's in the pits too, so none of them are going to be improving. And these are all actually down a place, so Conal's actually 15th, because Crooksy is actually up in P9. I don't know why it does this. He'll be starting 15th, but he's actually in P9, and Beefy's only gone up to P17 then, so Beefy, I think this is his first race or second race he's done this season in the Premier League. I think it is second. He did Australia. But good to see him back for race 4. Checker flag is out, although we know we are ahead by about 40 seconds, so still got some time left. Sean is only slightly up then. He needs to find about half a tenth. He has got that. That's the gap to Co now to overtake him. And Beefy, I think he is going for this lap as well. So he'll be looking to improve. J Story's improving, but not by enough at the moment, and we have got the checkered flag out now, so Conal's in danger in 15th, Sweet MJP's in 14th at the moment. He is up on his time though. Let's see what Sean can do. He's going to be the next one to cross the line. Actually no, it's going to be Sweet, but we know he's going to improve, and he will probably be through by that time anyway. We'll quickly watch him as he comes across the line. Sweet MJP up to P9 and comfortably through then. Sean's going to be next. It looks like Conal's going to be going out here. He's going to knock Sully down too, and Sean does go for P11, and so Conal's out on his debut in Q1. It's all down to Beefy, and his time says that he is down, and it's Sully in the danger zone, so Beefy needs 2 attempts to knock Sully out Q1. Let's have a look. What can Beefy do then? DRS is open, he crosses the line, and he's just gone ahead of Conal. He's half a tenth off Sully though, so Sully gets through by the skin of his teeth. Fee for Beefy out, and so Renault's both out in Q1 then because of Crooksy's crash as well, in 15th and 16th. They'll both be promoted because of Nightwing's grid penalty. But both Alpha Tauris, both Renaults, the McLaren and Nunda who had a quali ban, and then J Story out in Q1 then. So we've got 6 cars going out. Nightwing will start 14th with that. Well, he'll be out in 14th in the qualifying session with that Q2 ban, but he'll be knocked down to 19th place because of the 5-place grid penalty the game's given him. So we'll only have 13 cars actually taking part in Q2 then. That's perfect timing. There we go, Nightwing's got that 5-position grid penalty. I'm so glad it didn't give Sully one. I know sometimes this game is stupid if you just make contact to give both drivers a 5-place grid penalty. I'm glad that's recognised that for Nightwing. So we'll have that penalty, and obviously I'm sure Sully will be reporting that as well. Young Tommy saying not looking good for Renault. No, it's not, is it? Not at the moment, but we know from yesterday. I think League 1, Hugh Janus started on hards. Or Hugh Janus, or however you want to say his name, started on the hards from last, finished in 4th. So I'll stick the hards on, anything can happen. We saw Sloth started on hards, P13, he finished 2nd. Let's go, Marv, saying Cryptic. Yeah, Marcy through to Q2, good to see there. And Sam Swift and Sweet MJP, both to reserves tonight on their Premier League debuts, making it through as well. So big well done to them too. He slowed down to change the song, Nunda's saying. I presume he's on about Nightwing there. He must have done something like that. I'm not quite sure what it was. We've got pole position, that predictions already. We'll do that when we get to Q3. Oh no, just come on to see what was happening. And that was the first thing that Becca saw when she came on. Yeah. Jacob does say he's listening to Spotify. Might have been feeling the song. Oh, so that's why. So Nightwing apparently had Spotify on. Yeah, Nightwing said the setup's pretty bad. No excuse for that though. Conal saying that little spin didn't help me. Oh, he lost 3 attempts at course. Yeah, Conal. I'm not sure if he invalidated on his 2nd attempt and then couldn't get out in time. But yeah, that little spin that lost him a few attempts showed the pace he's got, but it did of course cost him and knock him out at Q1 in the end. But that's his first of hopefully many races with us. So I'm sure, well, many qualifying sessions. And of course, as we've seen before, last season in our debut season, Cowie in Austria, here he is in the pits. He started P20 with a full quali ban and he finished P1. Even though these drivers are so quick, it's all about strategy sometimes, and anything can happen no matter where you start on the grid. And I know a lot of drivers like Dan Murphy like to start last anyway, so there we go. So as you can see, most cars going for mediums. I think a one stop's better here. We saw last night it was Julie and Bevs that started on the softs. They came in really quickly, didn't they, on in the race, and changed those over Denzo's first out. He's on the mediums too. Yeah, if you go, I'd rather start 11th, 12th, 13th on the hards than anywhere else on softs. Than 6th, 7th, 8th on softs. If you're on pole, obviously it makes a difference, but if you are quick enough at pole or second or third, you won't need the softs to get through, especially when there are only 13 cars in the session. Because of course Nightwing has retired in the pits for that ban. I'd like to see what he's got. Nightwing saying, what's the chance of me listening to songs while trying to compete against Rick and Denzo? And Nightwing is in the comments. I'd like him to give his view on what happened with that incident there with Sully. I only looked up and saw what happened. To me it looked like he just sat in the middle of the road, but of course we won't jump to conclusions until we've got the footage and we've got the views of both drivers. Denzo then going through sector 1 on the medium tyres. It's a 21.3 his sector 1 time. We've got, yeah, Marv and Siege are both on softs. So there we go, they're both on softs. Will they be going for it or not? Sometimes you see them back out on the lap or just go for an out lap to try and trick us. So we'll see. Cowie then, he's on his lap too, so yeah, both Alfa Romeos on their lap. We'll go and ball with Denzo, let's watch his laps. He comes out of sector 2, it's a 49.2, good lap there. Marvsky's first Q2, is it the first Q2, is it? Oh, I thought he got the Q2 last week, I'm not sure why I thought that, but Jake the Slayer reckons it's his first Q2, so, well anyways, really we got through pretty comfortably in the end as well. He's looking quick here, Marvsky, he's on his out lap, he's about to start his lap. Denzo's just behind, it's 1:15.1 for Denzo on a medium tyre. That would have got pole position yesterday I think, in the championship, on the mediums. Unbelievable. Chaz has invalidated his lap then, but Rick Dalton hasn't. He's about to cross the line, and he's only a 10th.5 off Denzo as well, so we've got a battle on the hands today. Chaz is in the pits. Sam is on an out lap, he's about to cross the line next, and it's going to be Cowie in the Alfa Romeo. Nightwing saying he got surprised with the time he'd set and took a look on the stream. Oh, so he's just, yeah. Oh, it's so unlucky there, Cowie. I hate it when it does that. You go 4 wheels wide. It's probably Listen next invalidated as well, and it is, yeah. Such a shame there for Cowie. He's gone wide and probably lost time from doing it, and it's given him invalidation. Siege is invalidated as well. Next up, we're going to have a Sweet MJP's up into P3. Sean crossed the line. He's up to P4. 4 off Sweet MJP. Good lap there, and Tango. Oh, he missed him. Tango's gone up to P3 then. 1:15.6. Quality time there from him. Marvsky on the softs, and let's see how quick he can go. He is going to go and set the lap as well, so he's committed to starting on the softs if he does go through. Open to DRS, Marvsky crosses the line, it's a 1:16.7, it's the slowest of the 6 that have set their times yet, and he's on the soft tyres too. We've got yellow flag, I think that's just a racing point of Rick Dalton going slowly and letting that Red Bull pass. That Red Bull is Sam Swift, and he's going to be the next car to set his lap, because Sully in front is just on that lap. In fact, he's not going to be the next one to set his lap because he's invalidated somewhere. And Denzo has retired in the pits then. He's happy with his lap time, and he should be safety free of that. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Be shocked if it didn't get him through. I don't actually think we got. Yeah, Sam is now going to start a lap again, so he's staying out. We got Sully on a lap 2. He's in sector 1. No one else actually on a lap, and this one the medium runners has already set a time to go for back-to-back laps. Nightwing, you really enjoy torturing me. Oh well. Right, we say we won't say anything until we see the footage. Sully then looking tidy after that incident with Nightwing. Can regroup from that. He's lucky that he got through still, but he deserved that luck because he was not at fault at all. DRS open for Sully. It is a 49.8. Thought it was going to creep up to the 50s then, and I'd have to start again, but 49.8 there for Sully. Line's looking neat for him so far. It's been a tidy lap at least. Not sure how quick it's going to be, but not made any mistakes in it. It's just a matter of how quick it's going to be. I wonder if Crooksy hit that curb there as he finished the lap or something and flying into the pit wall. Anyway, Sully's up to P4 with a couple of attempts ahead of Sean, but he's about 7 attempts off the pace where Denzo is. We now got, I think Cowie is on another run. Yep, he is. Of course, he had to do 2 laps because that second lap it said invalidate list of next lap. So that's why he's gonna have to go for 3 laps on them. We saw Sam Swift go up to P7, I think that was. Yes, it was. He's going slowly now once he sets that, and he moves out of the way. Cowie, and let's see what he can do. As he comes across the line, Cowie goes up to P3, and for a 3rd lap on those medium tyres, it's really good to get ahead of Tango there, and Sully as well. Good lap there for him. Next is going to be Serious Mushroom to start his lap. Sean's coming in the pits. Tango is going again. He's up on his time, and he's going to take that 3rd spot back from Cowie. So they've both done 3 laps, Tango and Cowie. I think that might be enough for them to get through, but you never know. If everyone goes for the softs, you just don't know, do you? Haas is going to be next, then that's going to be Siege. He's on out lap. We've got a yellow flag for an Alfa Romeo, and that's Cowie just getting out of the way of that Mercedes. Mercedes, that was Serious Mushroom. We're on board with Siege. He's about to start his lap. So Siege is on his lap. Sam's on a slow lap. Yeah, Sully's on a slow lap too, so we'll go on board with Serious Mushroom. It isn't looking good at the moment, so goal for Siege and his try avoiding quali bans. Well, we could make it a hat-trick, Nightwing. So yeah, that's the one area we say, you know, the champion, Idenzo. We saw Cowie and Siege, of course, last season right at the top as well. And it's not just the pace that Idenzo, it's the pace from Idenzo. He's only a 10th and a half off Rick. He's never really miles in front in quali, but what Denzo's got is I don't think I've ever given him a quali ban in about what is now 26 odd races for anything. Oh, there might have been one incident I think in China last year where there was, but you know, he rarely gets penalties as well on the track, the 3-second penalties. So you know, he keeps it clean as well. You can be as fast as you like, but if you can't keep the race clean, then that's no good, because there are so many drivers that will capitalise on it. Anyway, about to see the racing point. That's Chazza on his outlap. He's now starting his lap then, and Siege. Sorry, see what Siege can do. He is on the mediums now, and he's up to P5, and he backs off now as well, so he's not going back to back. Wonder if he'll hold off and go for another lap too, seeing as Tango and Cowie will, or will he just try and go through with that? Because if he goes through with that, his mediums will obviously be 2 laps fresher than Tango and Cowie, and we know tyre wear around here isn't the best. Of course, we saw Sweet MJP in League 1 yesterday. It's racing the McLaren, 9 laps. That's Tango just retiring the pits. And Sweet MJP got a puncture after 9 laps on the soft tyres. He had done a few laps on them in quali, which he obviously wouldn't have helped him with tyre wear. Probably started on about 20%. But yeah, just 9 laps into the race, so effectively about 12 laps wear on those soft tyres, and he had a puncture. So you don't want to be going any more than 10 laps on the soft, so you are in puncture territory. Anyway, Chazza's the only car on the track. As you know, Siege is on in lap 2, but we'll watch Chazza on his lap. Definitely not my strongest track, saying Tango. I don't think this is anyone's strongest track, to be honest. I don't know anyone that really likes this track. I certainly don't. Chazza crosses the line, P3, solid lap there for Chazza, knocks Tango down to P4. So Tango, as retired in the pits, might be a bit worried by that, but Chazza's quali pace again. He's showing he's really got his game together. Manual gears, automatic gears. He's got the pace now, hasn't he? And he'll be looking to push on. Now he's got some points on the board as well. Right, and whilst it is quiet, we can finally have a look at the constructors' standings for the Premier League. We said it about 25 minutes ago we would, but we finally get a breath to do it. Alfa Romeo in the lead with 66 points. We saw the draw at the beginning of the season, Denzo and Cowie, and we thought, unbelievable. Cowie's not even scored any points, and they're still top of the constructors by 20 points. That's how strong they are. Rick Dalton and Chazza, as you can see, they have been solid, haven't they? They're P2, P3 at the moment, and they are in P2 in the stands with 46. Almost an equal share among the points between them as well. Siege and KD in third. Siege picked up all those points so far. See KD, I think he's working tonight. He couldn't make last week for something as well, so Siege will be wanting Sweet MJP reserving tonight, helping him get some points. AlphaTauri in fourth, and they are just reserve points and Dan Murphy's points that have been scored for them. Sully and Farther in fifth, Nightwing and Marvin Ferrari sixth, and yeah, McLaren are down in 10th at the moment. Tango and Nunda, of course, Nunda's not been racing, or he's had bans, or he's had penalty problem, and then Tango's had problems with getting in and out of the session as well. Chazza does come into the pits. And we have got a few more cars on their outlaps. I think the first one is going to be Marvsky in the Ferrari on soft tyres again, so we'll have a look at that. Sam Swift is going on the softs as well. Yeah, I know you probably don't want to do a two-stop here, but if you are reserving, you might as well, you know, go for something different. That's good to see. We might see a different strategy there if he does get through and start on the softs. Of course, Marv is doing the same as well. I think Sean's put the softs on in the pit lane too. A quick look into the comments. And don't play FIFA, Nunda, saying, well, I think you should. As you know, I wouldn't encourage anyone to buy an EA Sports game. Hopefully this doesn't turn to EA Sports. Soft runner's going to go ham now. It's a team effort. Yeah, Cryptic loves Spain. Yeah, he did yesterday, didn't he? Cryptic Caliber finished 5th, I think. He had a great day for Racing Point. Chaz is now retired in the pits, and we're on board with Sam, who is on his lap now. In fact, we're going to skip to Marv, who's actually down on his first time. So it's not looking too good for Marv. Farf's in P13. I think he'll be coming out in a minute, just doing the one run on those medium tyres. Serious Mushroom saying he'd rather start last on hards. I would rather start last on hards than 7th or 8th on softs. Easy. By a mile. I mean, if you're starting top 5, then I suppose you'd take the grid position, but yeah, if you're starting 8th, 9th on softs and having to do 2-stopper, I'd much rather be starting last on the hards. 1-stopper then opens up your strategy through the race. Spain, there's no secret, there are usually instants in Spain. Well, he's lucky not to invalidate there, Marv, so he would have gained some time from doing that. See what he can do as he crosses the line. He does improve. He's up to P7, Marvsky there, so sector 3 really gained some time, and he's really in contention of going through now, Marvsky. Great lap there, pushes Sully and Sean down. Sully's out in the mediums, he's invalidated his lap, so he is saving up his ERS, so he's going to save up and go for one more lap. Sean on the outlap on the soft. Serious Mushroom, there we go, he is sticking to the mediums. Don't think he's coming out again. He's happy with that. Sweet's going on the mediums too. Oh, Serious Mushroom's been knocked down. Who's out that just set a lap? It was Sam Swift. He's gone up to P6 on the soft tyres and he's knocked Siege down. However, importantly, Chazza and Tango, who have retired in the pits, they look safe now, absolutely. Yeah, really close all these times are. And Siege in P7 could be in a bit of trouble there. Although Marvsky isn't going again. Sully's in the pits, so he's not going again either. Serious Mushroom not in the pits too, so I think, yeah, Siege should, oh yeah, Siege is okay. Siege is safe because only 3 more cars can push him out, and then 3 can't improve. So it's all eyes now. We've got the Mercedes Shaw now starting his lap. We've got Ferrari and Marvsky, who is just on and in lap, and we've got a horrible gearbox glitch on Sweet MJP's car. We just see another car retire in the pits. Not quite sure who that was that time. So after Marvsky it's going to be, I think that's Sam just on and in lap. Yeah, he is on and in lap. So it is going to be Sweet MJP on the medium tyres, and he's just half a tenth up. Yeah, we're going to have to go to the overhead view. I'm not going on board with that gearbox glitch. That's not as bad from a distant view. Don't know why the game does that, it's ridiculous. Swan Shank saying hashtag Team Mercedes. Swan Shank saying Hugh Janus started on hards last night and finished 4th from last. Yeah, he did. It was oh, Sweet's invalidated his time, so Sweet MJP's going to be out then. We know Mushroom's out, Sweet MJP's out, Farf's out, Nightwing's out. It's only Farf that can improve now, and he's now starting through sector 3 on the medium tyres. Sean's on a lap 2, he's up as well. If he sees that Farf goes, it doesn't get quicker than Sean, then Sean might back out. If he knows he's safe, let's see what Farf can do though. Can he get ahead of Sean and get into Q3? Farf opens his DRS, Farf crosses the line, and he doesn't improve on P. He's only P13, so Sean then he does back out. Sean is safe through to Q3 on the medium tyres, unfitted. We'll have a look at best. So there we go. It's only Sam Swift and Marvsky through to Q3, albeit on the soft tyres though. There we go. Confirmation Nightwing, of course, out with that Q2 ban with a 5-place grid penalty as well. Will be down P19. Farf in 13th, and that's a problem. I know you want to leave it late because you only have 1 set of mediums, but the lap isn't perfect. It's your only chance at it, and he's in 13th. Sweet MJP, solid debut for him, right in the mix. P12. Serious Mushroom in 11th, then narrowly missing out to his teammate TTG Sean, who scrapes through by 0.033 over his teammate. and then Sully's through, Siege is through, Cowie, Tango, Chazza, Rick, and then Denzo, and then it is just Marv and Sam Swift on the soft tyres. So we've got 2 Alfa Romeos through, 2 Racing Points through, both in the top 5 as well. So they're looking really, really good. Those 2 teams who are top of the standings, they're looking good again. Team Mercedes saying serious Marvin and Marvin Sam Q3. Young Tommy mentioned, yeah, absolutely. Well done to Marvsky. I know it's on the soft tyres, but it's getting a Q3 in this league. And I don't care what tyres you're on. You've got to be a decent driver if you're going to get through the Q3 in the Premier League. I know Marv was worried about his pace early on the season, thinking it'd be too slow, but he got his first points last week, and now he's in the Q3. He's definitely good enough for this league. Make no doubt about it. Go Mercedes, Formula Moments. Well done, Marv. If there's a safety car, you're in for a good result. Yeah, if there's a safety car after lap 4 or 5, or between lap 4 and lap 8, then it's looking good for those soft runners, because they get a free pit stop. Well, not free pit stop, but well, yeah, it is effectively a free pit stop because they have to pit on that stint roughly about then anyway. And now Denzo here is not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy at all. Oh, there we go. He's happy now. He's usually first out. He wants all the TV time. We always say that. And Sully beat him to it. Although Sully does then move aside and let Denzo pass. And if I was Sully, I'd go and get that place back so he gets the cameras on him. Denzo 113 saying Tommy. Denzo for pole saying Dylan. That's just playing it safe now, isn't it? I mean, come on, make it. Come on, pick someone else for pole position. It'd be silly to bet on anyone else apart from Denzo. We know his pole position record is absolutely insane. But all it takes around here, like we see, is so many difficult corners. You make a mistake at one of them, like we saw Konal made a mistake at one of them, Q1, and that was his qualifying over. Rick for pole, saying Cryptic. There we go, he said something different. Of course, they're Racing Point teammates, aren't they? So it just got Sam and Marvsky in the pits then. I'd imagine they are the 2 starting softs, so I'd imagine that's because they've only got 1 fresh set of softs left, and they're going to only do 1 run at it. Denzo, he's invalidated. Yeah, I was going to say, he turned in a bit too early into turn 1 there, didn't he? And then it affected him for the next little left-hander, and he's invalidated because of it. And Rick Dalton, let's see if he makes the same mistake. No, in fact, he comes in a bit too late, and he does invalidate as well, the same place. So Rick and Denzo have both invalidated on their first run. So there we go. They might be feeling the pressure a little bit. Chaz is there. Shaw makes it further than the others did, and Sully's made it further than them as well. He's now going through sector 2. He avoids that little curve, or the invalidate corner, I call it. You don't even have to go 4 wheels off there, it invalidates. Sully made that look so easy going through that turn there, flat out, and he went anywhere near the curve, weren't wobbling at all. 49.5 through sector 2 for Sully, it's a good time. Denzo's going fast here. I don't know if he's going to come straight back into the pits and then quickly get back out on those soft. I'd imagine that's what he's doing, and seeing he's pushing so hard, and he is what he does. I reckon he'll be in and out of those pits on the same set of tyres in no time. We got a yellow flag. That's Rick Dalton, and Chaz is invalidated now as well. Sully does a 1:15.5 then, so he sets the early pace. No one wants to set a lap, do they? Next up's going to be Sean. Come on, Sean, let's get 2 laps set in this session. That'd be really good. Out of the first runners, we're probably only going to have about 6 set. Well, 6 not set at time. Sean then is going to get this lap set. How close is it going to be to Sully? He crosses the line. It's a 1:15.9. He's 4 tenths off Sully then. Next is going to be the Racing Points. They're both coming. No, one of them's coming in the pits. Chaz is in the pits. Rick is going again then. So Rick is going to go. He's been saving up on those tyres, and the opposite to Denzo. He might have fueled more than Denzo did. Tango, here we go. And Tango always looking good in quali, and he's a 1:14.7. There we go then for Tango. We've seen an absolutely fantastic time there for Tango. 1:14.7 P1, and that's, yeah, like we said, only 4 cars managed to set a time on their first run. Of course, the other 5 are now in the pits, both Alfa Romeos. I presume Cowie must have invalidated then. Yeah, we did. You can see his map still there, so his car's in the pits. Rick obviously stayed out, and he's going for a second run. Dan Murphy's Serious Mushrooms wild card, always there at the end. He always is, isn't he? No TV time. Sneaky bugger. You would get TV time the race and that. Yeah, well, he got TV time last week in the race, didn't he? When his car was sat there, crashed into the wall. he'll get TV time. We'll make sure we have a look at Nunda at some point. He'll be the star of the show. There we go. Sean's getting well out of the way for Rick Dalton. It'll be interesting to see how quick is this going to be. Obviously, a second run on these tyres, where tyre wear's not great round here. What's it going to be for Rick Dalton? And he crosses the line. It's a 1:14.4. It's provisional pole position. He's 3 tenths quicker than Tango on that second run as well. Great lap there. Both Alfa Romeos have run out laps as well, so they're still going to be able to have time for 2 runs. But Rick Dalton is on provisional pole. And Tango's now coming to the pit, so we've just got 5 cars on their out laps now. Siege did a 1:15.1. Yeah, that's the time we saw jump up and we didn't look at it. It was Siege up into P3. To Rick, Tango, Siege after the first run really. Denzo, Cowie and Chazalo, they're going to have another go at their first run, and then once they've set their lap, once they get to the line, set their lap, they'll probably come in the pits with about 3 minutes to go, and then be in and out straight away to get their second run right at the end. Is Chungus still here saying hi, haywire? I'm not quite sure who that is. Come on, Tango saying no, yeah, Tango up into P2. Obviously their teammates. Chaz will run out that Ben. Let's see what he can do. In fact, we're going to go on board with Denzo again. Can he get further than he did last time? Oh, he's going to... Oh, he went again. He turned in quite early, but he opened it up perfectly that time. And let's see what sector time is going to be for Denzo. It's a 20.9 through sector 1. He masters that bit there. He's got to stay off the grass though, and he did absolutely perfect. If we saw Chazza hit that grass and went flying into the wall, Denzo pushing it to the limits and getting it perfect. He might still have 2 fresh sets of softs. Yeah, he should have. He's on another fresh set of softs, because he'd have 3 sets available. He used 1 in Q1, mediums only in Q2, so he's still got 2 fresh pairs. No good if you had pairs of softs there. Wouldn't get anywhere. Sets of softs, and of course it adds 1 to get through to Q3. So he's got these fresh ones. He'll have more fresh ones on his final run as well. And of course he'll be doing a 1 stop in the race unless something happens. So we know he's brilliant on the tyre wear too. Anyway, this lap from Denzo has been absolutely incredible. And it's a 1:14.2. By 2.5 tenths he takes pole position provisionally ahead of his brother Rick Dalton. Of course Rick did his on his second run on those tyres, so he's still got a bit more time, you'd have to think. Chaz is about to cross the line then, and Chazza goes up to... Oh, Chaz is only a 10.5 off Denzo. Cowie's going to be next, and Cowie goes nowhere because he invalidated again. He must have. There's a racing point in front. Oh, Chaz is all over the place there. I couldn't work out where he was going. Oh, and Cowie would have lost time there from clipping that curve a bit. Sully in P6. He's on a lap. He's 4.5 tenths up then. Why is that curve really nice? He's just in the Grealish card in the background saying Cryptocalibrite. Yes. No, don't look a bad card. A quick chat about FIFA, yeah. Oh, Sam Swift's gone up to P7. He's got ahead of Sean. Good up there. And Sully is coming in the pits. And of course, I think Sully, if he set the time and went round, he'd have got in the pits with about 2:40 to go. And by the time the mechanics have wheeled the car in and back out, he'd be risking it for his second run. So decided not to set that lap, Sully. He probably thinks he's got more time than that in the bag anyway. So Cowie then. Yeah, Denzo is coming in the pits. Cowie on his lap then through sector 3. I think he lost a tenth or 2 through sector 1 when we were on board with him. Yet to pick up a point in the first 3 races yet, which we're sure that's just a matter of time before it comes for him. And he's doing the same thing as well. He did lose a tenth or 2, like we said. He's aborting the lap. He knows if he crossed the line, he wouldn't have had time to get back into the pits for another run. So everyone's just saving up now for their final run. Chaz is now coming to the pits. This is what we said. He'll come in the pits about 3 minutes left. We're almost spot on, so we'll have time to get in and out again. And I'm not sure about Sam. I'm not sure if Sam's going to have time to get in the pits. When he gets in the pits, it'll be on about, I don't know, 2:42. See how close we are with that guess. 2:42 we guess when he crosses the white line. No, I think we're a bit out of time, aren't we? Yeah, that's shocking. We're 1 second out. So yeah, these mechanics, as you can see now, they took ages to just pick the car up, put it in the garage, fuel it up. So I'm not sure if he'll have time to get back out or not. Hopefully he will, but it will be touch and go. Anyway, Marcy's on an out lap and he's about to start his lap. Good lap by Marv, saying Serious Mushroom. I've obviously missed some of the comments because he's not set a lap yet. Yeah, did he get through on mediums? Cryptic was asking. There we go. Yeah, so he went through on softs, and there we go. Mushroom saying it was a good lap by him. There we go. Makes it easy when you read the whole conversation. 21-1 through sector 1 from Marvsky. Needs to out this purple sector things. It shows up purple sector if you improve on your own time, which obviously, as we know, in Formula 1 is rubbish. Purple means best overall. And yeah, the cars coming out for their out lap at the same time, aren't they? Look at them all piling out. Sam is going to make it. There we go. He is going to make it out. He'll be last to set a lap by the looks of things. And Rick Dalton on his out lap. He's going to be first of this train to go. He's going quite early, Rick Dalton, then. And he's back across the line to start his lap now. Siege on a lap again. I think he's on old softs. He's on scrubs. But he's improved through sector 1. Where's Marvsky then? He's now going through sector 3. Last couple of bumps. He's low on fuel, so this will be his only run. What? Chaz has set a 36.8. I don't know what that's about. And Marvsky as P8 has put Chazza in the pits. So Chaz has lagged out, unfortunately. Yeah, I think Chaz has lagged out. Yeah, he's back in the session now. He's going to be in the pits. Such a shame for Chaz. He was lagging earlier as well, all over the place. So he's not be able to set his second run, unfortunately. Same purple time for Chaz as if he set the best time. And we know he obviously hasn't. Denzo's about to cross the line and start his lap. Denzo's going to be close behind. Anyway, Rick is a tenth and a half up at the moment. He needs to find 2.5 tenths over. He needs to go ahead of his brother Denzo. Siege on his lap, then crosses the line up in the P4. Still behind both the racing point zone. Backs out, so that is Siege done. I think that was, I'm not quite sure who that was. It just crossed the line. Yeah, Sully crossing the line and start his lap. Tango doing the same thing as well. Next up's Mercedes to start his lap. That's Sean. Swift is going to make it as well. Sam Swift on his out lap. And then Rick Dalton, we're on board with him now. 2.5 tenths up. He is now. He needs a bit more than that. Only just about a little bit more. And he crosses the line. And he only P2. He lost time through sector 3. Why is it saying fastest lap? Denzo set a quick lap on that. Denzo in P2 and back ahead of his teammate Chazza, only by a tiny margin. I think he might be going again, you know, but yeah, Chazza checkered flag because he's in the pits. Next car across the line is going to be Marv. We know, yeah, Marv is out of fuel, so Marv's not going to be setting this lap. Then it is the 2 Alfa Romeos, and the first one is going to be Denzo. How's his time looking? Let's have a look. You can't actually see his time, so we missed his sector 2 split time. But he's looking good since we've been on board with him. Not seeing the start of the laps, we can't have a look exactly on what the time is. And then the same Chaz fast up, yeah, it's a load of rubbish. Here we go then, Denzo's about to cross the line. Denzo does a 1:13.9, he's in the 1:13s, unbelievable time there. Cowie's going to be next, what can he do? Up to P4, just behind the 2 racing points. He's unlucky there, what can Sully do? Sully crosses the line, he stays only in 7th. Tango's next, Tango's slightly up on his time, and he jumps Siege up in the P5. Siege is into the pits, Sam Swift's going to be next, and he's a couple of attempts up. Let's see what he can do, and we'll have a look at Rick Dalton. I think he's going slow, so he's not been proven. So Sam is going to be the last one. Sam crosses the line, and Sam stays in P9. Rick Dalton is all done then, so there we have it. Denzo takes pole position with a 1:13.9. Absolutely fantastic, that is. What a time. 4.5 tenths quicker than teammate Rick. So close between Rick, Chazza and Cowie, but it is Alfa Romeo, Racing Point, Alfa Romeo. They are the 2 teams, the top of the standings, and that is why. Tango in 5th. Siege in 6th, they're pretty close to each other as well within a 10th, and it's a bit of a gap, about half a second down to Sully in 7th. Few tenths back to Sean then, who just pips Sam to P8, and then Marv is a few tenths back in P10. But Denzo in the 1:13s, absolutely incredible time there. And that is why he's the world champion. 1:13.9, unbelievable. Under pressure as well. 4 tenths ahead of the Racing Point drivers. Yeah, good lap from the 2 Racing Points, and then Cowie there as well. Like I say, they're going to be the 2 teams to beat this year. They're setting the early pace. That's what it looks like anyway. Long way to go though in the season. Yeah, no Alpha Tauris and no Renaults. They're the 2 teams that missed out on getting through the Q3, so they're going to be starting towards the back. They might be the teams to be looking out for in the race then. Should think they'll start on hard tyres. We saw yesterday 7 of the bottom 10 starting on the hards. And there we go. And you can't stop looking at that. 1:13.9. Looking at it in disbelief. Brilliant time there from Denso. Don't think Denso ever feels pressure. Absolutely not. Clearly doesn't, does he? Let's hope. Yeah, Chazza joined back in the session. Such a shame for Chazza, because I don't think he'd have got in the 1:13s, but I'm sure he'd have been able to jump his teammate Rick if he managed to, get that lap set. He was kicked out of the session in the middle of it. We did mention this yesterday. When people leave the session, they get kicked out, server or internet, no matter what the problem is. We saw Liam, happen to it yesterday when he was leading the race, and it cost him the race. For some reason, the AI didn't. We put the AI up to 70, 75, and 80, depending on the league, and we definitely put it back up to 75 yesterday. It's definitely on 80 today. It didn't seem to do it yesterday. Hopefully, it does today. If someone does get kicked out of the session, so they won't lose so much time. But that'll be a relief if it does work for drivers like Tango, of course, who's always out of the session with connection problems. So Denso in P1, Rick P2, Chazza P3, and then Cowie in P4. They're the ones we're meeting. Oh, look at this. There's only 3 cars on the hards. Farf, Dan and Nunda on the hards. Everyone else in the bottom 10's on the mediums. I'm not sure. I'd absolutely gone for the hards, 100%. We saw yesterday 7 of the bottom 10 went on hards as well. It's been the key strategy in the last 2 races. But yeah, so 2 of them going on, 7 of them on the mediums, only 3 drivers on the hards. Really surprised about that. Especially a team like Renault starting next to each other on the same strategy as well. If the safety car comes out, they're going to have to double stack if they want to pit at the same time. Yeah, surprised by that. And Denz, who's in the comments, yes, I feel the pressure. He doesn't seem to. Am I the only one that can't control your car? Nightwing saying. So Nightwing's down in P19. Sometimes this happens, doesn't it? It's just, I don't know why it does it. It might let you take control at the start. I don't know if you have to leave the session, rejoin or what, Nightwing, but see what it's like at the start. At least one thing I'd say for Nightwing is that he is down in 19th anyway, so he's not going to lose out by much, is he? In fact, if I was starting that far, if I was starting 19th or 20th, what I'd do is I'd back off by about 3 seconds and turn 1 anyway. I think, Justin, you'd do the same, wouldn't you? If you're starting 19th or
definitely.
20th, you'd just back off 100%. By a few seconds. Just to stay out of trouble, avoid wing damage, start on the hard, start last. Exactly what Nunda's doing. That was a quick out lap, wasn't it? Quick formation lap, sorry. All part of the Renault master plan, saying young Tommy. Yeah, 23 or 24 laps on hard Dylan did last night. Yeah, so you can do hard soft. I think that is what Dylan did yesterday. Hard soft is possible around here. Of course, you've got to be top driver to do that though. Thanks for reminding me, saying Liam. Yeah, Liam, do apologise for bringing that up. Can this live up to the race you had last night? I hope so. Anyway, we are ready. Oh, we're not ready. Yeah, Nightwing's in AI mode. No, we're just waiting for Nunda to park up in that P20 grid slot. And here we go then. We've got lights. They are premature to say the least, because cars aren't revving up yet. Still, now we've got cars revving up, then, so the lights will be on now. The imaginary lights. Cars are revving up. And lights out, and away we go then, and Denso gets a decent start by the looks of things, and Nightwing has dropped to the back, although it is a long straight down to turn 1 though, so the racing points are going to be challenging Denso, and Chaz has actually had a poor start. Cowie's had a poor start as well. He's going to go side by side with Tango, and Tango gets the place round the outside. Nightwing is falling down the back, so I'm not sure if he's in control of his car or not. Sean gets past Sully for P7. Sully goes slightly wide, and he's going to have to force his way back onto the track, and he's lost a couple of places in doing so. Sweet MJP challenging up there with the Renaults as well. He goes pretty wide. I'm not sure if he's gone off the track. No, he hasn't. And what a fantastic clean start we've had so far here. Nightwing's not in control of his car, unfortunately. We've got the Haas driver, Sweet MJP, down the side of Konal as well. They're side by side. We've got to watch the action at the front though. Denzo staying. I don't think any cars have made contact with each other, unbelievably, throughout the whole first sector. Denzo leads from Rick. Chazza putting his teammate under pressure though. Tango is... yeah, he got past Cowie, didn't he? Siege in P6, Sean in 7th. Sam's going to be fast early on the softs and he's challenging Sean. Sully's ahead. He's fallen down a few places there. He's being challenged by Marvsky now as well. Marvsky on the softs. He'll want to make places up early on. Mushroom 11th, Crooksy 12th, Konal 13th, Beefy 14th, Farfanhars in 15th, Dan in 16th, Sweet MJP 17th on the mediums. We want to be closing up to these two drivers on the hards. So yeah, he's lost places at the start. Nunda's up 2 places, Nightwing's up. He's back in the session, back in control as well of his car, and Jay Story's fallen back to P20. First lap, I don't think any cars made contact in Spain. That's incredible. But yeah, Sweet MJP was a big loser there, going down 5 places in the P17. And we're about to see a move, and that is Konal getting passed by FIFA Beefy. Beefy went down the inside. It was a great move there from him, and he's got that position. Great move, fantastic from Beefy. Although Konal's going to have a run back for him. If he keeps his foot down, accelerator, he's going to go a bit wide, and he did, and he lost out there from doing so. Beefy gets that place. Great move there. Get the tyre thing back on. And yeah, Denzo's not pulling away, is he? He's not pulling away from Rick or Chazza. And Chazza has really got to run on Denzo. He'll really want DRS. Of course, he's got to wait a couple of laps. And he's gone wide there. I think that's the second time he's done that. So he's probably got one warning away from a penalty now, Chazza. And Rick Dalton is outside of it, DRS range now from Denzo. So that's good. Help Denzo pull away. But of course, if Rick's not got DRS when we get to the straight, well, it won't be this straight this time, but the back straight at least. He'll be struggling to defend from Chaz, although he has caught back up to within a second. Tango in 4th after getting past Cowie. Cowie's kept it together nicely, P5. Siege putting under a bit of pressure though as well. We know Siege can do anything in the races, can't he? As the cars now start the lap 3, so DRS will be enabled. Siege using his DRS. He wants to move Dunn and Cowie's. Sean's up to 7th. Sam in 8th then. Sully is in 9th. Marv is he going to go down the inside of Sully? No, he backs out of it. So Marv's looking racy on these soft tyres. Good effort there from Marv. Although he's going to be under pressure from Serious Mushroom now, where he went for that move, and Mushroom has to back off there. And yeah, Sully's falling back from Sam, so Sam's had a good start up in P8. Crooksy in 12th, so Beefy 13th, so Renault have made a couple of places with each car. Konal in 14th still, Farf and Dan 15th and 16th, and yeah, it is a track, and not many overtaking possibilities. Even a straight hit. The straight we're about to come onto is not too long, is it? So you have to get a fantastic exit, and this is an exit. If you push it too hard, you can lose it. Oh, nearly like that, but Jake Slade did it yesterday, he lost it, and yeah, it's just not long enough, is it? And we see Nightwing's getting past Nunda, and he gets the move done for P18. Nightwing's going to be moving through the field then. So yeah, Denzo is over a second clear, so Dalton is going to be in danger because Chaz hasn't got DRS. Rick will have no DRS to defend, although he's back in within a second, and he set the fastest lap that time. He's not got DRS, so he is closing back up. But yeah, this is really going to help Chaz pull back up. All the cars behind have got DRS up to P7 as well. Sam on these soft tyres. I think the softs are already starting to wear out, aren't they? So we're now on lap 4 because Sam has lost a second on that lap to Sully, and Marvsky is right in the back of Sully. He's lost over a second on that lap too. So the medium runner's catching up behind. So the softs already starting to go off. Very clean starts for everyone saying, Dylan in the comments, don't jinx it, mate. What a start. Come on, Mercedes, saying Fallen Moments. Come on, Konal. Great start so far, saying Young Tommy. Far for the win, saying Swan Shanks. I'm not sure if he's watching the same race as us. And Konal's getting that place back from Beefy. I think I might have made contact. And Beefy's had to go on the gravel a little bit there. But Konal's got that moved on. Got it back on Beefy at least, and the first 3 second time, but it's a Farf. I think it was what's the word? I don't know the word. He had to do that because of the movement Beefy made in front, and now he's under pressure from Dan Murphy on the outside, and Sam Swift's getting past for Sully for P8. Oh, they've made contact, and Sam Swift has gone into the back of Sully, and he's lost a few places there. He's off the track. He's using the green runoff area. He gets back in between the Renaults though. Yeah, I think Sully just got a bit of wheel spin there. and then went into Sam. That's pretty short as a racing incident, but Sam's soft tyres really struggling on them now. Beefy and Co now looking very racy behind as well. They're going to put Sam under big pressure, and I think Beefy's going to get the place here, and he is. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sam pitted at the end of this lap. Co now's got the slipstream of Beefy. He's also going to get past Sam. Is he going to fight Beefy down to turn? We'll get a good view here. No, he's not. Oh, and there's a Williams Farf going down the inside of Sam too, and he gets the place done too. Dan Murphy now around the outside as well. He glitched there, Sam. And we've got a yellow flag, and that's for Jay Story. Jay Story's lost it on the curb, and he's got big wing damage too. He's down in P20 then. And Sam, he's falling down the whole pack, isn't he? He's in P16. He's under pressure from sweet MJP now. He's going to go round the outside. Sam's not even got the grip to fight that, and Nightwing straight on him too. Sam's down to P17 then. He's got to pit at the end of this lap, and that is the thing we're starting to soft here. Marcy's done really well. He's been passed by Serious Mushroom. We've missed out with all this action, but he's doing well to hold on to that place, and it's a good exit there from Nightwing, and he's going to take Sam down the outside. But looks as well, is Sam going to be late on the brakes? He's not that late, is he? He's level, and he's going to get past there too, and Nunda's going to be next, and that'll put Sam all the way back into last. And so starting on the softs hasn't looked great here from Sam. Of course, he was off the track at one point. It wouldn't have helped him at all, and I should think he'll be coming in the pits. It's that Farf and Dan Murphy both got 3-second penalties, and Farf got another 3 seconds. He's got 6 seconds out. What's happened there? Dan Murphy and Farf. I'm not sure if one of them, I don't know if they hit each other, but it really upset Nightwing there, and Nightwing's had to take abrasive action because of that, and Nunda has got back in front of Nightwing. Let's have a look. And Sam Swift and Jay Story both in the pits, so both Red Bulls have had a terrible start. Jay Story spinning with wing damage, of course. Sam Swift on those soft tyres really strong, so they'll be both right at the back. We'll go back up to the lead. Denzo, he is 1.3 clear of Rick now. We've got a yellow flag, and Chaz is out. Chazza is out. He's tried on manual gears, and he's messed it up today, isn't he? I'm not quite sure what's happened. We'll have a look. I think he's just hit this curb. Yeah, he's gone flying into the wall there, isn't he, Chazza? The first casualty of Espana is Chazza, so this will really help the Red Bulls catch back up. They'll be delighted about that. Revived their race, and Marvsky, I'm sure, will definitely be pitting. So, yep, now help Marvsky too. Can you go hard to the end, Marv? That's what I'm thinking. 27 laps, but of course with a few of them under the safety car. Is he going to be racy and go medium, or will he just put the hards on to the end? See what he does. I'm sure he'll pit. Tango's pitting as well, and Cowie's pitting as well too. And Tango's not in the session. I think it's his AI pitting for him. Hopefully he'll get back in as soon as possible. But yeah, of course, safety car, because of that collision for Chaz, is such a shame. He's going to end his run a good point scoring. Cowie, Tango both in the pits. Nightwing's staying out. Marvsky, as we said, he's going for the medium tyres. Beefy's in the pits too. Farf in the pits on those hard tyres. Has Farf got wing damage then? I wonder if he had wing. Has he got wing damage? Yes. No, he hasn't. He's just changing strategy, going on to the medium tyres then. And there's Sam and Jay Story. They'll be catching up to the pack as well. And Sully and Serious Mushroom have had a collision. There's major wing damage for Serious Mushroom, and there's a penalty. What's happened there? They've had a collision. I'm not quite sure, because Mushroom was up in the P6. Another incident there. I'm not quite sure where. And a 5-second penalty for Tango for ignoring a yellow flag. I'm pretty sure, and that's good. He's not even in the session, is he? And again, these servers are absolutely terrible. Jay Story's now coming again to put the hards on, so he'll be going on the hards to the end. Good choice there, possibly from him. Konow's up to P7, by the way, so both Alpha Tauri's looking really good at the start. Unlucky Chazzy, yeah, of course, he's going for manual gears today. It's not quite worked. He had a spinning Q1, didn't he, hit the wall, and then didn't last long in the race either, and he had some decent points up for grabs there, but of course he wants to get quick. He wants to challenge Idenzo more, and of course he's taken the steps to do that by practicing on manual gears. Who's that racing point going really slow? I'm not quite sure. Rick's holding the pack up there. We're going to be going another lap under the safety car, which Jay Story will be thankful for, so he can catch up. Yeah, we don't know what. Sully's had to come in the pits as well, so I think Sully's got wing damage. So he's going to come out the back too, as is Serious Mushroom. Don't know what happened there. Of course, it was Sully involved in that incident with Nightwing in qualifying. Now he's had another incident involving Serious Mushroom. So I haven't got a clue what happened there. And Farf's in the pits again. Why is Farf in the pits again? So Williams going to have to double stack here. He's having to wait there. It's hard tyres for Sully. And what's it going to be for Farf? And isn't he able to catch up to the... Will be ahead of Jay Story, I'm sure. And yeah, he's got wing damage somewhere as well. I don't know how Fast managed to get wing damage on the safety car as well. A few cars again collided under the safety car. We had a problem with Bahrain last week with it. The safety car restart it was last week. And Jay Story might get ahead of Farf here. I think he will. And they've got a job in their hands to catch up to the pack. And I think they should do, though. Just in time. But no, Farf is just in front of Jay Story. So at least he keeps P18. Sorry saying, Chazza, no fault of your own, mate, as everyone has their spins. Spain really is a difficult track in my opinion. It's definitely one of the hardest tracks, especially when you're trying taking a new assist off. It's not the easiest track to do so, but like I say, personally, there was a time a couple of months ago I wanted to take traction off. That didn't last. Nightwing's got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Tango now. What? How hard is it to follow a safety car and not hit each other? I don't get it. Had to introduce a social distancing rule under the safety car, I think. We had some fantastic few. The safety car is coming in. It's quite a late call, isn't it, from the safety car? Some fantastic laps at the start. No one making contact at all. And as soon as a safety car comes out, you think it'd be easier, driving around at 30 miles an hour. And that's when the collisions happen. Oh, and Denzo, what is he doing? He's gone off the track there, warming his tyres up, and he's gone now. He's gone now, and he's really caught Rick out, I think. We saw Liam do it yesterday with the parts, and he's almost got a second to already. Siege is in P3, he's catching up to Rick. Sean in P4's got a great start. So was Crooksy behind as well. Konal has been caught napping because he's in P6 and he's under big pressure from Sweet MJP. Konal goes to the inside to defend. Sweet MJP has to back out of it then. And Tango's getting past Nunda as well. I think Nunda very much let him through, of course, on different strategies. Nunda's still on the hards. Tango's on fresh medium tyres and he's committing to a 2-stop by the looks of it now. And Nightwing's got a poor exit there and Tango's going to go to the inside of Nightwing. Nightwing has to concede that place. Cowie's now getting past Nunda too. He's going to have to go around the outside and Cowie's on soft tyres. So Cowie, only driver on soft tyres in the grid. So he's committing to a 2-stop there as well. So I think he'll try and do 8 laps, 7 laps on these soft tyres and then go, oh yeah, 8 or 9 laps on these softs. That'll be a push and then mediums to the end for Cowie by the looks of it. But he's going to have a racy stint now, Cowie. You have to keep your eye out for him. We've still got an Alfa Romeo and Racing point 1-2 of Denzo and Rick. And look, Cowie here on the back of Nightwing. Look at that exit he's got there. And he absolutely flies past. And Nightwing sees that position. Up into P10 now for Cowie. He's got the pack to chase up now to Tango. He's got a second there. Oh, what's that? It's Beefy. Beefy's had a spin there and he's lost his front wing. Virtual safety car. Not sure if he collided with another car. We saw, I think it was Janus and Bill had a collision there, and that's a weird place to go off. He has gone off by himself, and now Rick Dalton pits. Denzo stays out until they're splitting strategies now. Will it be hard to the end then for Rick by the looks of it? Has Denzo missed the trick? Siege up to P2. Sean's now third. Crooksy fourth. Sweet MJP's in fifth. Who else is in the pits? Nightwing in the pits too. Konal in the pits as well. Good decision in my opinion. Stick the hards on to the end and have fresh breathing space as well down the back of the field, especially Rick. When he comes out, he'll have a few seconds clear air in front of him. 5-second penalty for Beefy for speed in the pit lane as well. And Beefy's retired in the pit, so that's a penalty for Beefy as well. That adds to his misery. Not sure why he's done that. But there we go, it's a point deduction for FIFA Beefy just to add to a poor race for him as well. Not sure what happened there at all. But it's a strange place he went off by himself there. Here we're on board with his teammate Crooks. He's made up a lot of positions and he's up into P4. Lap 17 pit for Cowie, he thinks. Yeah, he'll go to lap 16 laps on the mediums. It's going to be tough arse. I reckon he'll go to lap 18. Especially that VSC calling his tyres down. That'll help him out as well. But Sully's getting passed by Farf here and they are teammate. And I think Sully on the hard tyres didn't fight those mediums too much there, did he? Good decision there. Sully and Serious Mushroom P13 and 14. They were the two that involved in that incident under the safety car, weren't they? So got to keep our eyes on those two. I think it's safe to say DRS finally enabled. Denzo 2.2 seconds clear for Siege, then to Siege falling back from him. Siege can't get out of DRS range from Sean. Sean's had a great race so far. So yeah, 2 DNFs already. Chazo that instant. Beefy retiring the pits then after presumed frustration at the instant he was involved in. Dan Murphy on his hard tyres at P6 doing incredibly well, catching up to Sweet MJP is already. I think we're at the crossover point now. I think these 10 lap old hards will be quicker than 10 lap old mediums now. Mediums, yeah, lock up from Sweet MJP in front as well. Fantastic Premier League debut for him there as well. He's looking really good, Sweet. Could be getting some points. Cowie, of course, is right in the back of this battle now, though, and he's already pulled out 3 seconds from the pack from the few cars he overtook just a couple of laps ago. And then on his hard tyres, yeah, he's having to back out on the hard tyres there as well. He's going to be losing more time. But he's in P9. Good start for Nunja after starting down in last. And Nightwing, yeah, he's down in P18 on the fresh mediums. I'm not sure. I thought he'd put hards on. I'm not sure why he's done that. Nightwing, but Rick is down in P16 then. But of course, the field is so congested at the moment, and he probably won't have to pit again. We know he's brilliant on his tyre wear. So although he's down in P16, when Denzo pits in a few laps time, you'd have to think he'd be behind Rick, and we'll have a race between them. I think they'll be the other way round by the looks of things, unless the field gets held up even more. And Sweet MJP and Dan Murphy are side by side, and that looks like some great battling there. Sweet MJP keeps the place, and that's going to get Tango interested as well, and Cowie on the soft tyres behind. Dan Murphy just about keeps it on the track. Turn 1 and 2, really not a great place to go side by side, but I think Sweet and Dan Murphy made it look really, really easy from them. They did really well, super job from them both. And Sweet, yeah, he's struggling on those medium tyres now, and Dan's going to really want to get past before he's under pressure from Tango and Cowie on fresh, medium, soft tyres. So they're going to want to get their skates on. Sam, I don't know what he's giving the up arrow for. He seems to be lagging there, Sam, quite a bit again. Going ball with Nunda. And yeah, look, his car is all over the place, isn't it? Sam's got connection problems there by the looks of things. And these cars, again, at straight, just not long enough for any of these to make a move. And there's a DRS train now, isn't there? And Nunda is catching back up onto this pack that Sweet is holding up. And this will help the cars in front as well. It's 3.3 between the cars in front. Siege and Short. Siege has pulled out of DRS range for Sean, so that'll help him gain a bit of a lead. Now let's see, I'm sure Dan's not that close though, but he should be close enough. I think he's got enough pace using DRS open, goes down the inside. Dan Murphy takes P5, and great start to the race from him. And Tango's a bit late on the brakes there, and Cowie's going to get interested. Fast past Marvsky. Cowie's got to be careful not to avoid that curb. Farf does get the move done then. And where's Sully? Yeah, Sully's behind Serious Mushroom. Have they swapped positions? And Nightwing set fast his lap down the back. I thought Sully was ahead of Serious Mushroom. Might have been something we missed there. Hopefully it weren't another instant. Nunda could get a cheeky point. Yeah, Nunda looking good at the moment, isn't he? Yeah, Sam Swift, he's lagging all over the place. Yeah, you can see it's going to be difficult for cars to race with that. Cowie then still closing up with Tango. Tango closing up to Sweet as well. Sweet still got DRS so from Dan Murphy in front, so he's going to be able to pull back up. And then I think that's Crooksy. Yeah, Crooksy. I'm not sure if he's lost time somewhere. He's no wing damage, but he's fallen back. And the cars behind him in DRS range now as well. I should think it'll be a couple more laps, possibly this lap for a couple of them, until the medium runners put the hards on to the end. And Crooksy does stay out. I thought he might have gone now, seeing as he's been struggling. But he stays out. 1 or 2 more laps before the medium runners pit, you'd have to say, for the hard tyres. It's nearly 4 seconds between Denzo and Siege. Rick Dalton, he's not losing time from being in traffic because he's eased past Jay Story, and he's still got 2 seconds fresh air in front of him. Sully and Mushroom are getting keen on Marv as well. Marv's in P12 and medium tyres, and Mushroom and Sully just close up to the back of him. And Dan Murphy still catching up to Crooksy now, really on the back of him, and he's looking really good here, Dan Murphy, isn't he? Because of all the cars in front, going to have to put hards on. And there's a 3-second penalty for Conal now. He's down in P17. He's on hards to the end though, you think. So he hasn't got to pit again, as a lot of these cars have. It's only a bit of a messed up grid, I think, after all the first pits, because some managed to pit under the safety car, some under the virtual safety car. Dan Murphy is clear of Sweet for DRS though, and Sweet still manages to stay ahead of Tango. He'll be vulnerable though in the straight, you'd have to think. And Cowie, he's not made the most of this soft run, as he, of course, putting the softs on. Oh, and he spun it there. He spun it as well, Cowie, and he's facing the wrong way now. He's really not made the most of this soft run, has he? He's down to P11 now as well, so all the hard work he's done has just been undone. 3-second penalty for Sean then, and Crooksy does come into the pits. We thought he was starting to lose time. He comes into the pits. Cowie's staying out, and I think Cowie might have made a strategical error there, although he's still going to want to hold it out another couple of laps. We can go mediums to the end. We don't know what's going to happen yet. It could be a safety car, and Sweet MJP's finally getting passed by Tango, and I think they've made contact, and Sweet has been spun around. He manages to get the car back on the track though, just in time. And luckily we have Ghost on. Sully's got a 3-second penalty there too. Sully managed to get past Sweet. I'm not sure if he did that avoiding it, and Sam Swift has suddenly flown down to last. Not sure what that's about. Sweet getting passed by Rick there as well. What is happening? Yeah, Sam is lagging all over the place, and we got a yellow flag. Not sure what that's for in sector 1. And there we go, and Cowie getting past Farthing for P8. Yellow flag is absolutely, there's no cars there. All fast turning a bit early there on Cowie, but it didn't cause an incident. So Cowie takes that P8 place back. Marv's now got a 3-second penalty. Farth then up to the back of Cowie. He's going to go round the outside by the looks of it. Cowie goes down the inside. He keeps that place. Farth's got better traction. This is not a place to go side by side. And Farth, it was very aggressive there. Farth made contact with Cowie, but he got the move done. Farth back up into P8 then. I should think Cowie will stay out one more lap or so. And Siege and Sean both into the pits on those medium tyres. Denzo's extending this stint. Dan Murphy's 9.5 seconds behind. Nightwing's got a 3-second penalty. Sean's putting soft tyres on, so he's going to go possibly soft now to the end. He'd rather that than hard tyres. I think the hard tyres are pretty good round here, so I'd go hards, but Sean's going to go soft. He's going to go for a more racy strategy. Fair play to him. And McLaren are up in a P3 and P4. Would you look at that? Sam in P5, and he's just lagging everywhere, unfortunately. Cowie's back into P6 then ahead of Farth, and must have done that down on a straight. We've got Sweet MJP in the pits there, going on hard tyres to the end. Conal's getting past Jay Story for P13. Yeah, Tango's really catching up to back of Dan Murphy, and Farth's got another penalty. I think that's what's he got now? It's 9 seconds for Farth. He's really struggling around this track, isn't he? He's too far back to challenge Cowie. He's just got to stay close to him and then possibly go for it on the straight. He is keeping close at least. And we see Shaw now getting past Jay Story. I should think that was relatively easy. Maybe Jay Story got a bit of wheel spin coming onto that straight, but Shaw on the fresh soft tyres, probably the quickest driver on the track now at the moment, as Denzo does pit. So let's see where it's going to bring him out, because we think Rick is in traffic, but Rick is going to be going to the end on those soft tyres. So is Sully, and possibly, yes, Sully and Serious Mushroom in front even. I think they could be going to the end on those hard tyres. So their little incident actually, I think, helped them. And Denzo's coming out behind them. He's coming out behind them all. Look at this. Rick Dalton is ahead of Denzo. Of course, Denzo's on tyres 6 laps fresher. Cowie's got a 3-second penalty. Siege is behind him. Sean's getting past Co now. Relatively easy job on those soft tyres. Dan Murphy leads from Tango though. Dan Murphy was starting the back course. He isn't pitted yet. Tango's still got a pit, and Conal's going off the track there. He's put his foot down too early, not enough grip on the soft to do that. All the top 4, top 5, top 6, top 7, yeah, the top 7 have all got a pit. Serious Mushroom effectively leads this race. Of course, he's got Sully just behind him, and then Rick and Denzo as well, just behind as well, within DRS range. But Serious has got DRS from Marv as well. If he can get past Marvsky, and Marvsky holds everyone up, Serious Mushroom, like we say, is effectively in the lead of this race. Conal's got a 3-second penalty. Cowie's getting passed by Farth. Oh, and they keep it clean. Good racing between Farth and Cowie, this is. And Cowie's starting to lose grip. I wonder if he's going to pit for mediums this time. He's going to have DRS though, but no, he's not going to use the DRS because he is coming to the pits, Cowie. I think this will be mediums till the end for him. Dan Murphy's getting passed by Tango down to turn 1. Tango takes the lead of this race then. And Dan Murphy, oh, he almost spun it there. Again, he just clipped onto that curve, didn't he? Sean set the fastest lap as you'd expect. Rick Dalton's getting past Sully, then down to turn 1. Rick gets the move. And Sully, I wonder if he's just going to hold Denzo up then. And that'll help Rick, won't it? But Serious Mushrooms in P7, he's still not managed to get past Cowie. Not Cowie, sorry, Marvsky. Cowie's in the pits. Cowie down to P17 after that pit stop, but he is going to the end. And of course, a lot of cars still got to pit. And Denzo getting past Sully. How does Denzo get the speed coming out the corners? Sully, I know he's on 9 lap older tyres, but he didn't even have a chance of fighting that. And Denzo already seemingly off into the distance, chasing up to Rick Dalton now then. And then Rick Dalton's on the back of Serious Mushroom too. Serious Mushroom in trouble here. Is Rick going to go down the inside? No, he backs out at the moment. And with Marsky holding these up, this will be helping the cars in the front that haven't pitted yet. They'll come onto the back of this train with fresher tyres, of course. Marsky's doing really, really well to hold these drivers up. It's a difficult track to overtake. Oh, he nearly made contact. Tango's in the pits then, so mediums to the end it looks for him. Now will Mushroom manage to get past Marsky? He's got a good exit by the look of it. Although he's not gaining quite enough time. He's got DRS, and of course DRS as well. He wants to stay in front of these cars behind him, won't he? Tango, so he comes out the pits as well. And there's going to be no change on the straight, is it? Denzo sensibly backing off a little bit. Not too far, but backing off so he doesn't risk getting any penalties or anything. Who's that? It's Conal. Conal being passed by Knight for P12. Tango, when he comes out the pits, is going to be down in P16 behind Jay Story then, in that battle with Cowie there. Cow close there, getting out. Is Dalton going to go for a move on Mushroom? No, he's not. I'm really surprised Serious Mushroom hasn't got past Marsky yet. It's a difficult track to overtake, like we said. But of course, Marsky is doing a fantastic job. And he's really in a good battle with Farfy at the end of the race because of the amount of penalties Farfy's got. Oh, and Rick Dalton. Oh, Rick Dalton's lost it. Oh, he's so easy. He nearly lost it. How he held that together. He could easily have come back across the track and went flying into Denzo and taken them both out. Imagine the reaction if that happened. But he did so well to hold it together in the end there. Yeah, they need Mushroom to get past Marsky, so then when they get to Mushroom, he obviously won't have DRS to defend. Mushroom's getting a lot quicker to Marv now. Dan Murphy and Nunda in the pits now from their hard tyres. They'll be going mediums to the end, you'd have to think. Mushroom's a lot closer this time to Marv. He's not got much ERS though. Marv's definitely going to fight it. Serious Mushroom, is he going to go down the inside? He's going down the inside. Is Marv going to fight it? Marv's pulled to the outside and he's got enough space to come back in, and he gets past Serious Mushrooms up into P3. How long can Marv hold up Rick and Denzo for them? We know Mushroom would love it to be for a long time. Yeah, so already you can see Mushrooms clearing off a little bit, so Rick and Denzo, we know the pace they've got, but they'd love to get past Marv as soon as possible, because already is getting close to a second. Serious Mushrooms pulled out in front of them. Sam Swift leads the race then, on his Premier League debut at least, reserving. Farf in second, but he's got so many penalties, and of course both those have still got to pit. Marsky's in P4, he's still got to pit too. He's still got DRS on Serious Mushroom though, so Mushroom's not been able to put away as much as he'd have liked to. And so this is helping Sully as well. Sully in P7 stayed on the back of Denzo. It's going to help Siege close up to this battle as well, and Siege is going to be right in the back of it. He's in the race. Sean might regret going to the softs now because he needs to get past this train if he's to make his strategy work. We have a look at this battle then, and yeah, Mushroom, Marv's got DRS to defend again, and he's looking really quick here, isn't he? Look how quick he is on Serious Mushroom. He's going to get the place back. He is. Marsky goes flying past Serious Mushroom. Knighton's got a 5% hope for speed in the pit lane. A shame for him. We'll see what Nightwing does then. He's probably going to put on, he's going soft, surely they won't go to the end. Farf's in the pits now as well. He's putting on medium tyres. Mediums have already done one lap apparently. And Serious Mushroom. Oh, Rick Dalton's been... Oh, Rick Dalton got... Oh, I can't think of the word again. Compromise. There we go. Clever me. Oh, it's surely not. Denzo's going for the move on the inside of Rick Dalton. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. Denzo gets a move on Rick. Really important move he's made there. Strange place to make it as well, but it just shows Denzo on Rick, two of the best drivers, and now Denzo's going to go down the outside of Serious Mushroom, and Mushroom braked early as well. Is he going to let Rick pass him too? Rick's on the outside of the track. He's got a 3-second penalty from doing that. Mushroom backs out. Rick again, just it looked like he was just too eager to get the move done there, and again that's cost him a 3-second time penalty. So Denzo's now looking really, really good for the race. It says Marv's 0.034 part off Sam. Sam's on the straight. Marsky now is going to be, he's in P2, quality effort this from Marsky. He's going to get passed by Denzo here, you'd think, and Denzo is going to take P2 then off Marsky. Rick Dalton too far back then, and with a 3-second penalty as well. I think Marsky will try and go 1 or 2 more laps, then put the softs onto the end, and Konal's coming into the pits. I'm not sure if he's got damage, but I'd have thought those hards would have gone to the end. He's not got damage though, so he's changing strategy. He's onto the mediums. I'd have left it a couple more laps and gone to the softs personally, but he's a top driver. He's a quicker driver than me. I'm sure we know what he's doing. Fast should give that back. Squeeze carry low. Zone 4 in a moment. Well, didn't look too bad to me. Very aggressive. It was very aggressive from young Tommy saying. From far. And yeah, there's definitely contact, mate. It definitely was aggressive, wasn't it? Sam should pit for mediums now. Well, I think he's going to... Oh, he's gone off the track there. I think he's going to leave it a couple more laps and then go to the softs. No way of knowing how far in front he is, because he's sat in his... It's obviously not by that, is it? Marcy's doing a great job of holding up Rick Dalton. Rick's just got to be patient here and wait to the straight. I know he's losing time to Denzo, but he's got that 3-second penalty as well from being too aggressive. Trying to get the move done. Not being patient. And did he make contact there in Serious Mushroom? I thought he spun a little bit. Marcy's in the pit, so that releases Rick. And yeah, Rick's going to have DRS though from Marcy, so he's not going to be under pressure from Serious Mushroom, is he? Siege right in the back of Serious Mushroom though. Serious Mushroom at DRS. That's helping him stay in front of Siege. Siege is going to go to the inside. He's going to dive for it. No, he's not. He backs out of it. But List now, apart from Sam, because he's still got the pits, it's Denzo, Rick, Mushroom, Siege. So the battle between Rick, Mushroom and Siege for P2. Rick, of course, with the penalty. So Mushroom and Siege looking good for a podium at the moment. And Dan Murphy, don't forget, he is on fresh mediums. Nunda P8 on fresh mediums too. Nunda's pulled an absolute blinder in this race. Jake Desai said he could be on for a cheeky point. I think he's on for quite a few points here, at least 4 points today for Nunda by the looks of things. Unless he makes mistakes. Tango and Crooksy having a battle for P9. Nightwing getting past his teammate Marcy for P13. Sully's got a 3-second penalty, but Marvsky calls on fresh mediums, looking good to the end as well. Cowie's going to draw into this battle between Tango and Crooksy soon if they don't get their skates on. And again, it's been a quality race. We have had, like I say, a couple of things under the safety car, which was unfortunate, and then a car retiring the pits, and of course Chazza, it was a mistake by himself. We rarely see Chazza make mistakes. We saw it happen to McKenty last night, and we're about to see Chazza coming to it. Cowie at this curb here, and he went flying into the wall. McKenty, I don't think he's ever crashed out of a race from a mistake by himself. Spain is just one of those tracks. It can happen to anyone at any time. Siege still on the back of Mushroom, still clinging onto that DRS from Rick Dalton, isn't he? And that's keeping him for the moment. And of course, Serious Mushroom knows once Sam Swift pits, he's going to be up to P3, effectively P2 because of Rick's penalty. So he really wants to save in 3 seconds of Rick. Even if he gets passed by Siege, Serious Mushroom could still be on for P3 as long as they save in 3 seconds of Rick. But even still, P4 looking strong at least. Dan Murphy's now catching up to Sully. He's right at the back of him. Sweet MJP's been passed by Co now for P17 then. Fortunately, things haven't worked out great from both in the race. We did see a spin for Sweet MJP actually. I can't remember. I think it was at turn 1 or turn 2. Can't remember exactly who was involved, but not been the best debuts for them both, but still both on decent tyres, especially Co now, and they can definitely claw up some more places. And they've had race pace as well. They've had great pace, good qualifying laps as well. So definitely a sign of good things to come from these two, especially Co now. He's got this seat full time then, and he's catching up to the back of Jay Story as well. Sean's down in 15th, and he's pitted for the fresh mediums now. Serious Mushroom's coming into the pits. Mushroom pits. What? Has he got wing damage? He's putting soft tyres on. He's not got wing damage. I thought that's a guaranteed podium. There's we see Dan Murphy getting past Sully down the inside into turn 1. I thought it was a guaranteed podium there for Serious Mushroom, and he's going to come out, I think, down in P12. Now he's not got penalties. I don't think. P13 even for Mushroom. It's going to get even worse, down to P15. I don't know why he's done that. He might prove us wrong at the end of the race, but he's got to make his way through the whole field. Whereas, yeah, I'm sure as not guaranteed podium, but it looked like a guaranteed P4 there. Sam Swift is still in P1, 18 laps on these medium tyres. It's a fantastic effort from him. I'll be sure he's in the session. It's not just his AI driving around. I know he's set him on 80, but Sam needs to pit this lap. He's going to lose out massively. I'd pit this lap if I was Sam. I think he's played it perfectly if he pits this lap. I think 9 or 10 laps on the... Yeah, Nightwing's not going to go on those softs to the end. If he is, he's going to lose so much time. Yeah, Denzo. Siege is crawling in DRS range of Rick. That'd be good. He might be able to get it done on the track, but it'll help him just save in 3 seconds if he can get DRS range. Sam stays out. Denzo will be in DRS range. on this lap then for Sam, and hopefully it doesn't lag about for him. Rick 3.5 seconds back. Yeah, everyone's pretty spaced out now apart from the top two, and there's Marvsky holding up in P13. Both Mercedes are Sean and Serious Mushroom. I think Sean might get a move done this time. He's really close to Marv. He's not got much ERS, so Marvsky's got ERS in abundance, so I think he's gonna just let Sean pass it. Sean's gonna go down the inside. Is Marv gonna fight it? Not really. So if Sean gets that place with P13, Marvsky's tyre is relatively fresh himself, so he might just be holding back. Mushroom, of course, has got no penalties. That could help him towards the end. And Denzo's right on the back of Sam then. I really hope Sam doesn't lag about for him here, and he is lagging. Hopefully, I'm not sure if this is showing up for Denzo or what. Just wait for the straight, Denzo. He's gonna go. He's being affected here. Of course, he's in for position, so Sam's doing absolutely the best he can to hold him up. He's entitled to do so, and Denzo's safely standing back with this lag, and Sam is still staying out. He must be in puncture territory now. I'm not quite sure he's going to lose out anymore. Surely he's not going to go to the end. 26 laps on these mediums. I'd be mad if he did that. He's got to get a puncture if he does, surely. And mind you, this is Denzo behind him, and of course he's not catching up to him too much. Like I say, he might just be backing off a bit, but his pace is looking really good. Again, no one too close on the track apart from Cowie and Crooksy. Cowie caught up to that battle quick, and he gets a move done. I think that's into turn 2. Good move there from Cowie. Well, say good move, we didn't even see it, did we? Good place to get a move done, and Denzo's finally got past Sam then for P1. Denzo takes the lead of this race then. Sam is doing well though. He's had a fantastic race. 20 laps on these mediums. Please come in the pits. He's surely going to get a puncture if he stays any longer. Sam's throwing away points. Could have got 4 points. And yeah, I was about to say he's late on the brakes here, but no, he's not. It's just a lag. Siege on Rick Dalton. He's just outside at DRS range. Dan Murphy's closing up 2 on fresh mediums. He needs to get close quick though before those mediums start to die off. Sully's fallen back a bit in P6. Nunda in P7 now, and these fresh mediums catching up to Sully too. Dan Murphy's got a penalty as well. How many penalties? It is just 3 seconds, so Nunda could be on for P5 here if he gets his skates on. That would be a remarkable achievement for Nunda. He's got DRS here on Sully. He's going to ease past Sully here. Yes, he is, and he's going to be catching up to Dan Murphy too. He needs to get within 3 seconds, and he is already. So at the moment, Nunda's P5. Crooksy and Cowie, these two always have battles with each other, don't they? And Crooksy's going to get him back on this lap. Probably my favourite two drivers who have battles with each other. The favourite battles I've seen all last season, some of this season. These two always manage to find each other on the track, and Rick Dalton's getting past Sam there as well. Marcy's getting passed by Serious Mushroom. I'm not sure they've made contact there, but they're getting close. There's no wing damage, so I'm not sure if they did make contact. It was just wheel banging by the looks of it. I really don't know why Serious Mushroom pitted. He's down in P14 now. Cars in front have got penalties, but I can't see him getting any points now. Whereas I'm sure he's nailed on for P4 if he stayed on the hard tyres. Everyone around him's on the same strategy. At least P4. Sam in P3 is falling back. Siege is going to be next. So yeah, he's not helped Siege. Rick's got past him pretty easily. He's been holding up Siege this lap. So Siege, you'd think Siege would get past him now. He's going to the end, Sam. He's going to go to the end. DRS is open then for Siege. Absolute madness from Sam. Still, it's crazy. How's he doing it? 22 laps. Oh, I begin to wonder, is he actually in the session? And it's just his AI doing it, because we put it on 80. As Tango's getting past Sully and Cowie's getting back past Crooksy. There we go, and they're battling out again for P9 and then for P7 up in front. And then there's looking really good. And obviously if he's in his AI, it might not affect tyre wear as bad. If that was the case and he ended up getting points, then obviously we'd remove it, but no. Trying to get points in any possible way. He's on 87%, Haywire is saying. So Haywire, I'm not sure if Haywire's in a party with him or what. But Haywire seems to know that he's on 87%. They definitely won't make the end of the race. But of course Sam is reserving, so of course he wants to score points for this Red Bull team, but you can see he's really struggling now. He's losing so much time now and he's holding up Dan Murphy, and this will really help Nunda, won't it? He's got a puncture. He's got a puncture. Left rear's been punctured then for Sam Swift. It was a fair play to him for trying to go as long as he can, but he's got to come in the pits now, and he does. If he pitted a few laps early for the softs, he could have earned some points. And he's having to really crawl into the pits, isn't he? Otherwise, he won't be able to brake in time. But there's no points then for Sam, unfortunately for Red Bull. Nunda's got within 1.2 seconds then after Dan Murphy was held up from that. Nightwing's got a 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane yet again. I presume he's realised he's not going to get any points. He's just going to put some fresh softs on and go for the fastest lap point then. I think Sam will be doing the same as well. McLaren P5, P6. There we go. We've got Alfa Romeo going to be scoring good points. But good to see Cowie get his first points of the season as well. Farf is in 10th, but he's got so many penalties. Oh, Nightwing's retired the car in the pits. Minus points for Nightwing. Don't get it. Idiotic. Really don't understand it. You could have gone for fastest lap there. Minus points just like that. He's in a good battle, Nightwing, of these other drivers for positions in the standings. And that's just going to cause him more penalties and more bans for future races. It's just a run at the moment. Nightwing's not had the best of it, is he? Konal 3-second time penalty down in P14. Just goes to show you can have all the speed you want if you have the right strategy. It moves you down. Yep, Jake the Slayer making an important point. Yeah, yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. That's for Nightwing's AI. Let's come out of the pits and hopefully that gets out of the way. And there it does. That red Ferrari moves to the side there, getting lapped now by the ghost of Denzo. As Cowie's got another 3-second penalty. Let's have a look. So he's got 6 seconds. You know, Farf's got 9 seconds behind though, so he should still. Oh no, we're looking at the wrong person, weren't we? We're looking at someone else's penalties. Yeah, it's 9 for Cowie, 6 for Crooksy Low, and 9 for Farf. I think he'll still get points though, Cowie, if he carries on. Just make sure he doesn't get any more 2 seconds between the two leads. And Rick with that 3-second penalty though, he is going to be in danger from Siege at the moment. We're not going to have podium interviews again, I don't think. So I don't think Siege, Denzo or Rick Dalton have a headset. I don't think they come on to do interviews or anything. So if it is those three on the podium, we won't have any interviews yet again. And Tango's out of the session, and yeah, it is. The AI is on 80, so yeah, should stay close to him at least. He's not falling down massively like you normally would. Yeah, and you can see, I think it is definitely is working tonight, because look, he's not falling too far back from Sully. Of course, it's still not. Oh, it doesn't help when he does that. We could look at putting it up even more, because Tango's obviously going to lose out because of this. We'll call it the Tango rule. But yeah, he's definitely lost out quite a lot still, and of course Cowie is going to help him. That's helped Sully as well, got up to P6. Nunda is in P5 now then. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Forgot. Yeah, because Nunda's on for P4, yeah. I just wondered what happened there. Of course, forgot Sam pitted. But yeah, both Red Bulls right at the back then. They didn't start off well. They're at the back at the beginning of the race, and they're back at the back now. Brilliant performance from Sam, saying didn't absolutely. He's gone that far on those tyres. His teammate Jay Story's on 24 laps on hards as well. It's a great effort from him. Of course, he's just hoping for a safety car, but of course that's not going to happen now. We're just one lap. Has Denzo made a mistake? Because he's within his 7th. He's not got wing damage, but Denzo, I think he's had an off somewhere. Because Rick Dalton is within 7 tenths. He's going to have DOS. Of course, he's got a 3-second penalty, but he's got. As they're about to start the last lap, there's obviously hopefully for Rick and Siege that Denzo gets a penalty himself. He's lost over a second there somewhere. He must have gone off somewhere. Must have had a little off moment. Go on Sully and Konal saying Ben Logue in the comments, and Sully is just getting passed by Cowie, but I think Cowie has got more penalties. Got more penalties by 3 seconds. So as it stands, that 6th place is going to be for Sully. And Serious Mushroom, yeah, I think Serious Mushroom. Oh, how far? But he's too far back to get PC. I think Serious Mushroom will be in the points though because of penalties from cars in front. He's not made that strategy work. So good low, and Konal's catching up to Mar for P13. Ben was mentioning Konal in the comments. We'll go on board with him for a little bit. He's had a solid debut, I think that's safe to say. He's shown he's definitely got the pace for this league. I'm glad that we've got him in the League 2. Looks a very clean racer. Also, thanks Sully as well for bringing him in. And yeah, Denzo straight away just claimed that second back from Dalton. So, no issues there. We've got to go on board with Denzo now. We go through the final sector. Le Mans on pole position. Le Mans looking to claim another title and another win as well. Sean's got a 3-second penalty that'll help his teammate. And Fast getting past Tango 2. Coming onto the straight then. Denzo wins the Spanish Grand Prix and he sets Fastest up on the final lap too. Rick Dalton takes P3, Siege up to P2, quality there from Siege. Dan Murphy's got a penalty, crosses line P4, Nunda takes P4, fantastic lap race from Nunda. I think he started, I'm not sure what he started on actually. Brilliant there from Nunda. Cowie crosses the line, gets passed by Sully because of penalties. Crooksy's 8th, Fast crosses the line, he's going to drop down even further. Tango then crosses the line in 10th. Sean crashes across the line. Serious Mushroom does go up to P9 and just misses off from P8 from Crooksy. Marsky in 12th, Tango 13th. I'm not sure that's right. Tango might have picked up points. We'll have a look where he crossed the line. Sweet MJP 14th, Conan 15th then. Sam Swift crosses 16th. Jay Story will wait for him to cross the line in 17th place. DNF's the Nightwing, Beefy and Chazza. Cowie gets his first points of the season. Good to see Siege in P2 as well. Back to the form he had at the beginning of last season. Denzo with the win though, of course. Denzo fastest lap as well. Yeah, he takes 26 points. Incredible there from Denzo. Nunda gets driver of the day, and of course he's got to be one of our 3 nominees for driver of the day. Absolutely brilliant there from Nunda. Unbelievable race. 546 comments as well in the chat. I think about 400 of them must have been Jacob Slayer. Incredible race though that was. GG everyone saying Menace Max. None the same, my fingers are in Spain without the S. Pain. Konal saying that didn't go to plan. Anyway, like we said, Konal, he had a brilliant race still. He's got the pace for this league and I'm sure he'll pick up points soon. GG Lazzy saying Tenzo for esports, and Dylan. Nunda amazing performance, so happy for him. Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? Thank you guys saying Nunda, great race saying young Tommy as well. So there we go. Tango. How many penalties did Tango get? 3 set. I think Tango might be up in the points because it lagged him out, it put him further down. So that might not be the final grid and final finishes. But yeah, Denzo I think was just saving up when he backed off, saving up the ERS, saving up fuel for one last lap to get fastest lap, and he got it. Quality. Shows his quality there. So yeah, I think that final point from Farf might be under investigation because Tango, I do think he finished up there. Serious Mushroom did get points. Crooksy and Cowie 7th and 8th. Sully 6th. Dan Murphy as well, starting in P8 team. Nunda 20th to 4th. Did exactly what Hugh Janus did yesterday. Yeah, Nunda did hard medium, and that's exactly what Janus did yesterday. And that's what my recommended strategy was at the start, and it's worked spot on for Nunda. So congrats for Nunda. Yeah, we're not going to do podium interviews again, I don't think, because none of these come on the party. Siege, Rick Tolton and Denzo. Oh. Anyway, quality race. Wait, I'm going to end the stream there. Yeah, for the moment saying, great first race, Konal. Glad to have you here in WNR. Absolutely. Mushroom saying, had a fun race with the sweats. Yeah, Mushroom. Don't know who I hit under the safety car. It was his fault. Jeff was on about strategy and he was looking down. Yeah, I think that was Sully. Obviously, Sully might have. That's a report as well as the Nightwing incident in qualifying. But anyway, we commend it there. Again, for a hard track, quality race yet again. Really enjoyed to watch that and commentate on it. You guys, absolutely incredible again. Hopefully get the standings updated for tomorrow. That'll be up to Jake the Slayer to do that. And we will see you on Friday at about 6:10 for League One. Watching again, support's been brilliant, racing's been brilliant, and we'll see you next week.